All right. Well, I do have one thing to report from the studio, which is I have the new preamps hooked up. The wiring is almost complete. It's basically done. But today, as a proof of concept, I pulled out the drum blankets, I guess we'll call them, sound blankets, that I have this really cool slider system up here that runs, this rail system that runs along the ceiling, and allows me to kind of enclose this, even get this one over here and really kind of create a chamber in here. And just to, show you another upgrade. And I'm really doing this for Archer, my sister-in-law that was nice enough to be asking about it today. Let's get over to Logic. And I now have this monitor on an arm so I can kind of pull this over in the drummer, which today was me. I'm a horrible drummer, but I did manage to eke out a beat. And it's now running through these beautiful new preamps, which I have meticulously labeled, folks. And those are the drums going through these SSL analog preamps, which really is a fancy way of saying they are being, that signal is being amplified. Those individual microphones that we have here that are picking up all the sound, and even up there, zoom in on that one, now go through these fancy English preamps that then help generate the sound that ends up in Logic, which is the software I use to record. So that is a long story, but really what I'm going to do is switch over to a screenshot and we'll listen. All right, here we are inside the computer. Exciting. So I play the drums, not a great drummer, but you'll get the point. And if you see here, we've got a mic in the kick drum, on the top of the snare, the bottom of the snare, the hi-hat, the rack tom, the floor tom, and those two overhead mics. I know it was a little dark in that video, but the two mics that kind of sit like two eagles on top of the drum set. And we have two microphones that I've spoken of before in the stairwell. I'll mute those to begin and then bring them in just so you understand why would somebody want those. Let's see how this sounds. What you should hear now is super dry. It's like a 70s rock album. I'll bring these in. I'll overemphasize them. Those drums are all just the bass signal. There's not compression, EQ really going on. I think I carved off the low end on those stairwell mics just so they didn't overwhelm, but really that's just the dry signal I'm getting. I know it's not everybody's jam, but it's very exciting to actually get to a point where that works. It's taken me many years to kind of figure it out, and these new preamps have really helped. And the new wiring job, which just has taken, as Brandon said, you remind me of Richard Dreyfuss in Close Encounters, sitting at the table with the mashed potatoes, like building this, devil's tower that nobody understands but you. So I hope this helps Brandon and Archer understand what I'm up to. All right, talk to you later. Bye.